Hello everyone. Today we will study about transportation in humans. Until now we have studied respiration and nutrition. So children, we have seen that we have blood in our body which transports oxygen, carbon dioxide and minerals. So we have a circulatory system, a transportation system which perform vital functions like it transport digested food from intestine to body cells, and it transport nitrogenous waste from the body. It helps in the elimination of nitrogenous waste to our with nitrogenous waste which is generated in our body. And secondly, it helps in the distribution of oxygen to the various cells. So the circulatory system, the transportation system of human beings, it consists of different elements. And what are these elements? Let's study about them. So first part of this transport system, it is heart, and second is blood, and third component of the circulatory system, these are blood vessels. So heart, it is a muscular organ, a pumping machine. And second, blood, it is a fluid connective tissue. And third, blood vessels in which blood flows. So first we will study about blood, and second heart, and third we will study about blood vessels. So first component of circulatory system, it is blood. Blood, it is a red colored fluid connective tissue. See, we have studied in our grade 9 that blood, it is a connective tissue which circulates in our body, and it transports food, oxygen and waste material in our body. So blood, it consists of two main components. And what are the two main components? First is plasma. Plasma, so it constitutes about 55% of blood volume. And plasma, it is a fluid medium which constitute 55% of blood. And blood cells are suspended in plasma. And plasma, it transports food, carbon dioxide and nitrogenous waste in dissolved form. And second component, blood cells. And blood cells, they constitute about 45% of the blood. And these include RBCs, red blood cells, WBCs, white blood cells and platelets. And RBCs, they carry oxygen to all the cells. And WBC, they destroy foreign germs in the body. And platelets, they help in blood clotting at the site of injury. So platelets, they helps in the clotting of blood. So now we will study about the second component of transportation system. It is heart. Heart is a muscular pumping organ of the size of a fist. ये हमारी बंद मुट्ठी के size का होता है, and it is situated in between the lungs and slightly tilted towards left. और ये left की तरफ थोड़ा सा tilted होता है. And human heart, it is 4-chambered. So let's study about these chambers. So first we will study about atrium. See, atrium, they are receiving chambers. The two upper chambers are called atrium, left and right atrium. And atrium, they are thin walled. ये कैसे होते हैं? Thin walled होते हैं. And atrium, they are separated by a septum. Septum क्या होता है? एक dividing wall which prevents the mixing of blood. So atrium, they receive blood through veins. Now ventricles. Ventricles, they are distributing chambers. The two lower chambers of the heart are left and right ventricles, and they are also separated by a septum. ये भी septum के through separate रहते हैं. Septum, a dividing wall which prevents the mixing of blood. And ventricles, they pumps blood to the arteries. That is why they are thick walled, क्योंकि ये blood को pump करते हैं, इसलिए ये thick walled होते हैं. Now let's study the working of heart. See, human heart working, it includes, means working of human heart, it includes rhythmic contraction and relaxation. See, contraction phase, it is called systole, and the relaxation phase, it is called diastole. Okay, so let's study about it. In human heart, oxygenated and deoxygenated blood, it remains separate. हमारे heart में O2 rich और CO2 rich blood, it remains separate always. Okay. And the oxygenated blood from the lungs, it is brought to the left atrium. ये हमारे लेफ्ट पार्ट में हार्ट के लेफ्ट एट्रियम में लाया जाता है, किसके थ्रू? पल्मोनरी वेन्स के थ्रू. एंड ड्यूरिंग दिस कलेक्शन लेफ्ट एट्रियम it relaxes, and relaxation phase it is called diastole, and contraction phase it is called systole. Okay. See, जो ब्लड है पल्मोनरी वेन के थ्रू एट्रियम में आया. नाउ एट्रियम it relaxes, and now blood moves from atrium to ventricles. So when it contracts, atrium contracts and the left ventricle it expand, and so blood is transferred to it. मतलब अब जो है blood वो atrium से ventricle में आ जाता है. Okay. And the left ventricle it contracts. अब जो लेफ्ट वेंट्रिकल है ये कॉन्ट्रैक्शन होता है इसमें, यानी कि सिस्टोलिक फेज, एंड द ब्लड इज देन पम्प्ड आउट फॉर द सर्कुलेशन इन दी बॉडी. और लेफ्ट वेंट्रिकल के थ्रू ये ब्लड ऑर्टा के थ्रू बॉडी में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट होने के लिए चला जाता है. ओके. एंड नाउ डीऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड फ्रॉम द एंटायर बॉडी इट इज ब्रॉट टू द राइट एट्रियम. और जो डीऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड है ये राइट एट्रियम में लाया जाता है, किसके थ्रू? वेना कावा. वेना कावा, there are two vena cava, inferior vena cava and superior vena cava. Inferior vena cava जो कि lower part से लाती है blood, and superior vena cava which brings the upper part. Upper part मतलब head, arms और chest, और lower part मतलब abdomen माने कि हमारा stomach area और legs के through inferior vena cava blood लाती है. Okay. So deoxygenated blood from the entire body it is brought to the right atrium by vena cava, and atrium it expand. And when the right atrium it contracts, contraction phase, systolic phase, systole, and the right ventricle it dilates, and deoxygenated blood जो है वो ventricle में enter करता है. And now this CO2 rich blood is carried by pulmonary artery. और जो pulmonary artery है ये जो deoxygenated blood है ये lungs को लेकर के जाती है. Okay. So there is a complete separation of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood in our heart. Okay. So pulmonary artery which carries deoxygenated blood, and pulmonary vein which carries oxygenated blood from lungs to heart, and pulmonary artery heart से deoxygenated blood lungs में लेकर के जाती है. Always remember this. Okay. And our heart it has valves. And what are these valves? Let's study. See, bicuspid and tricuspid. So in our heart, bicuspid and tricuspid valves are present. See, bicuspid valves are present in the left part of the heart between left atrium and left ventricle, while tricuspid valves are present between right atrium and right ventricle. Valves, these are muscular flaps which prevent the backflow of blood. That is why they are present in our heart. Now let's study about the third component of transport system of human beings. See, these are blood vessels. So there are three main types of blood vessels involved in blood circulation. And first type of blood vessels are arteries. Arteries, they have thick, muscular and elastic walls, and which carry blood at high pressure, and they do not have valves. आर्टरीज में वॉल्व्स नहीं होती हैं, इनकी जो वॉल है इट इज़ थिक, मस्कुलर एंड इलास्टिक, एंड दे कैरी ऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड फ्रॉम हार्ट टू वेरियस ऑर्गन्स ऑफ द बॉडी except pulmonary artery, because pulmonary artery is the only artery which carry deoxygenated blood, and it carries deoxygenated blood from heart to lungs. And now second type of blood vessels are veins. Veins have thinner walls and they carry blood at low pressure, and they have valves to prevent the backflow of blood, and they collect deoxygenated blood from the different organs and bring it back to the heart, except pulmonary vein. See, veins जो है इनकी वॉल जो है वो थिनर होती है एज कंपेयर टू आर्टरीज, एंड इसमें जो ब्लड फ्लो होता है एट लो प्रेशर, और वेन्स में वॉल्व्स भी होते हैं जो कि प्रिवेंट करते हैं ब्लड का बैकफ्लो होने से, और वेन्स हमेशा डीऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड कैरी करती हैं, जो कि कलेक्ट करती है ऑर्गन से और उसको लेकर के जाती हैं हार्ट में. नाउ थर्ड टाइप ऑफ ब्लड वेसल्स आर कैपिलरीज. सी आर्टरीज डिवाइड्स इनटू स्मॉलर वेसल्स नोन एज कैपिलरीज ऑन रीचिंग एन ऑर्गन और टिश्यू. आर्टरी ही डिवाइड, जब वो ऑर्गन्स पे जाती है तो और ज़्यादा स्मॉलर ट्यूब्स में डिवाइड हो जाती है, जिनको कैपिलरीज बोलते हैं. एंड द वॉल ऑफ कैपिलरीज आर वन सेल्ड थिक. केवल सिंगल सेल्ड इनकी वॉल होती है. एंड दीज आर द लिंक बिटवीन आर्टरी एंड वेन. कैपिलरीज they help in exchange of materials between blood and surrounding cells, and that exchange takes place across the thin walls of capillaries. capillaries के थ्रू ही जो materials है उनका exchange होता है, and they are the link between artery and vein. Now let's study circulation of blood in animals. In animals, first of all, we will study about the circulation of blood in birds and mammals. And now I would like to explain mammals. Mammals are the animals which give birth to their young ones, and they have mammary glands, milk producing glands, and humans are also mammals. See, so both in birds and mammals, heart is four-chambered, and there is a complete separation of oxygenated blood from deoxygenated blood. And you know how this separation is useful? This separation allows highly efficient supply of oxygen to the body, because this separation allows the oxygen supply, means continuous oxygen supply to the cells, and this supply is useful for animals, for humans also, to fulfill their energy needs, to maintain a constant body temperature, because we are warm-blooded animals and we have a constant body temperature. It is 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. So humans are warm-blooded animals. So what are warm-blooded animals? The animals which have a constant body temperature, they are called warm-blooded animals. Humans, mammals, birds, they all are warm-blooded animals. And now let's study the circulation of blood in fishes. See, fishes, they have only two-chambered heart, one atrium and one ventricle. And their heart receives only deoxygenated blood, which is pumped to the gills for oxygenation. मीन्स हार्ट जो है उनका केवल डीऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड रिसीव करता है, जो कि गिल्स को पंप कर दिया जाता है फॉर दी ऑक्सीजनेशन. एंड नाउ द ऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड इज डायरेक्टली पास टू द body parts. It is distributed to all the body parts. See, in fishes, blood goes only once through the heart in the fish during each cycle of circulation. क्योंकि उनमें केवल blood एक बार heart में जा रहा है. That is why it is called single circulation. How? See, heart, first it is reaching to heart, deoxygenated blood. Then it is going to gills, and from gills it is distributed to all the body parts. It is single circulation. Now in humans, we have double circulation, because blood flows twice through the heart during each cycle, and this is called double circulation. How? See, in double circulation, first deoxygenated blood, it reaches heart, then it is sent to lungs where it is oxygenated and then carried back to again heart. And from heart, oxygenated blood is passed to all the body parts. So till now we have studied about the double circulation and circulation in fishes, in mammals and in birds. Now let's study the circulation of blood in amphibians or reptiles. See, amphibians or reptiles, their body temperature varies with environmental temperature, and they have three-chambered heart. See, they are not warm-blooded animals, they are cold-blooded animals, because their temperature, their body temperature, it varies with the environmental temperature. So they have three-chambered heart, okay, two atrium and one ventricle, and they can tolerate some mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood, and they do not use energy to maintain their body temperature. Now let's study about blood pressure. So what is blood pressure? The force that blood exerts against the wall of a vessel, it is called blood pressure. ब्लड जो फोर्स एक्सर्ट करता है अगेंस्ट अ वॉल ऑफ अ ब्लड वेसल, इट इज कॉल्ड ब्लड प्रेशर. एंड यू नो दिस ब्लड प्रेशर इज ग्रेटर इन आर्टरीज देन इन वेन्स. आर्टरीज में ब्लड प्रेशर ज़्यादा क्यों होता है? बिकॉज आर्टरीज आर द वेसल्स which carries blood from heart and they distribute to all the organs, and veins are the vessels which are collecting the deoxygenated blood. तो जो vessels heart से pumped blood direct heart से लेकर के जा रही हैं, तो they have, that is why they have greater blood pressure, and veins they have less blood pressure as comparative to arteries. So the pressure of a blood inside the artery during ventricular systole. See, ventricular systole means contraction phase. Contraction phase to the pressure of a blood inside the artery during ventricular systole, it is called systolic pressure. जिसमें blood जो है, ventricles are the chambers which pumps the blood. तो during systole, ventricular systole, the blood pressure is called systolic pressure. And the pressure in an artery during ventricular diastole, diastole जिसमें blood ventricles में आ रहा है, relaxation phase, it is called diastolic pressure. So the normal systolic pressure of a person is about 120 mm of Hg. Mm of Hg, it is the unit, means 120 millimeter of mercury. And the diastolic pressure, normal diastolic pressure, it is 80 mm of Hg. 80 mm, 80 millimeter of mercury. And blood pressure, it is measured by an instrument, it is called sphygmomanometer. And high blood pressure, you know, high blood pressure, it leads to a condition called hypertension. So hypertension, it is a condition in which a person's blood pressure, it remains more than 140, means systolic pressure, it is more than 140, and diastolic pressure, it is more than 90. And this condition is a very critical condition, and in this condition rupture of an artery can also occur, means arteries can also rupture, और internal bleeding भी हो सकती है. Now we will study about lymph. You know children, there is another type of fluid which is also involved in the transportation, and that fluid is called lymph or tissue fluid. You know, it is filtered blood. And how it is formed? It is formed when blood flows through blood capillaries and some amount of plasma, proteins and blood cells, especially white blood cells, they escape into intercellular spaces. The space present between the cells, intercellular spaces in the tissues, to form the tissue fluid or lymph. जब blood capillaries में होता है तो कुछ amount में blood cells, plasma और protein ये tissues में रह जाता है, ये चला जाता है, तो and it forms tissue fluid, and it is similar to the plasma of blood, but it is colorless and it contains less protein. And lymph flows into lymphatic vessels, and lymph from intercellular spaces ये ड्रेन होता है lymphatic capillaries में, और lymphatic capillaries जो कि ज्वाइन करती हैं large lymph vessels को, और large lymph vessels finally open होती हैं into larger veins. And lymph, it carries digested and absorbed fat from intestine. lymph जो है digested fat carry करता है intestine से, और ये क्या, ये इसका एक और function, it drains excess fluid from extracellular spaces back into the blood.